Hello, my friends. Jesse here with Just Man Sports Cards. Not a doom and gloom video, but I am definitely going to show some cards that have sold for uh, half price, even as recent as this year. Um, I did pick up a big boy card. I call them big boy cards when they come in these. I'll show that at the end of the video if you're new. This is kind of a pickup video. I typically do raw first and then happen to graded. I tried to group by years. Got these through a Facebook group. Looked pretty clean. Shack tops. I didn't think I could really go wrong. I was one seller. Got this as well. Uh, Basically picked it up for the price. Even if it grades as an 8, I'm okay. Jordan has a ding on the corner, so I got that through a Facebook group. It's with the same as this card. I got the two Shack tops. This was like $2, and the two Shacks were $7 total. So it was like $10 with shipping. I really like these. Topps Gold, Bill Russell's. They're out of 2007. Hard to get these without chipping, but Jerry Rice, Gallery of Heroes. It's just tape. I'm becoming more and more a Jerry Rice fan. Like, I don't think his stats ever going to be matched. Got two of these through the Facebook group that I'm in, the 90s basketball one. 1995. Cream, Ruby Wave, I believe, 2015. These are out of 350. There you go. I threw on a little more light just so we can look at the cards a little better. These are Mojos. I feel like this one cheap. It's maybe not completely centered, but for a 9. And these are out of 25. So I'll pick these up all day. I picked this up with another card that I sent off for grading. It was just a 2-card lot, first day issue, Hall of Famer at 429. So for it to come along, this is actually clean. I can't believe I won it for $1 and they shipped it in a plain white envelope. So I'm into it for like $3. I will do that for $3 all day long. That's a silver prism, so it's the silver version. If you can't tell from the shine, but then you can also tell from there. I started looking at this. I have the Cosmic Revolution rookie, which is out of 99, and they did keep with the numbering format on that 99. So I thought that might be like kind of a fun chase. Some of them are definitely the picture matters to me, so I do like the one on the left, and I said they kept with it, and right here, this is out of 100. I mean, close enough. This is 2018. Let's see the next stack. I did get some non-sports cards. I looked at these boxes. They're $50, and I watched 4 or 5 openings. You basically get like one number card, potentially like 2 number cards. It didn't seem worth buying the boxes, so I just kind of picked up the one set. I picked up these all from the same seller. I think I'm going to try to get these signed. Eddie, the main character, is actually based off a real life individual, Damien Eccles. If you've ever watched Memphis 3 on HBO, very, very compelling story. It's like a 3-part series, so it's probably 3 to 5 hours. It's a documentary. But the producers actually based Eddie's character off Damien Eccles in the Memphis 3. And yeah, it's pretty heart-wrenching, and to follow up with those individuals in the Memphis 3 and everything they went through. And so I was going to see if I could get Damien Eccles to sign these. And then I wouldn't actually try to make any money off of it. I would just donate to one of his charities. This is out of 250. This is from the Breaking Bad. So this is the fan art cards. There's I forget how many of these, but then it kind of tells Walt blames Gus for poisoning Andrea's son Brock. In reality, Walt used the poisonous plant, the lily of the valley, to poison the boy and turn Jesse against Gus. Uh, so they each tell you kind of the same. So I will eventually grade those. Um, this is my favorite one because it kind of has like all the main characters in it. These aren't really cheap. They go for 10 to 15 bucks plus shipping. They are kind of, I guess, one of the chase cards. Some of them are cooler than the other ones. And I got these from the UK, so shipping was kind of pricey. But the on his listing, he said that he had pack pulled all the cards, and he had a number of cards. So I took it at that and believed them, and they look pretty sharp. Some Star Wars, and then this is from Rogue Mission 1. And I've opened probably 80 of these packs, the fat packs. The blue parallel is like, besides there's like a gray parallel, it's numbered to 100. This is the second hardest one to pull. And this was like $3. So, and I really like the Andor story. So that's all the raw that we have. We'll get into some of the graded stuff. I'm going to make a little room real quick. So when I get to the cards that I think have really dropped in value, we'll go over that. But curious on your thoughts below if you guys think the market has stabilized or it's still got a ways to go. I feel like it's stabilized, and I feel like people are still nervous. And I think that I'm in the accumulation part of my collecting journey, so I'm okay. I've talked about these plenty. They're finally at a price point where I will pick them up. Garnett, rookie, 95 SE, so kind of an insert rookie. This was not cheap. So it was fair market value. The platinum, one per box. And then this would be a third-year card. I think a great picture too. Jordan, members only. You can tell the members only by the. Let's see how easy it is to read here. It's never super easy to read. It's kind of faint, but it says members only across there. So I have a PSA 9 and I have a PSA 8 now. I'll eventually do a video on the members only set. Kobe, 7. Maybe I'll pull up the pop report on this. It's got a great shine. Let's see if we can get the light. There we go. It's like an all foil. These are hard to find. I've showed the Iverson before. It's in their, I mean, for Kobe, it's high school, but for the other players, it's in their rookie, and you can see that it, I mean, I just think it looks cool. And these are not easy to find. I realize it's not his professional uniform, but cool card. And I think there's like 30 or 40 copies of this. So I picked this up. My last video was on this. The case was scratched, and I cleaned it up. You can see it's pretty clean now. This was like 45 bucks. These have gone recently as high as 100. So I think that's the French players. I think that happens in the down market. Their stuff is what goes cheap first. This was even cheaper than the refractor, and it's about the same population. This is a little higher population than the refractor, but from an iconic set. And both of these have pops less than 100. This has a pop less than 100. This has a pop less than 100. If you're new to the channel, this big thing I'm on is rookies and rarity. So the Jordan's not a rookie, but it's definitely rare. So with them all being pops of under 100, I feel very comfortable with the price point. Gorgeous Tim Duncan rookie. This has like a pop 9 and 10, like under 50 or something like that. Crazy. Um, his prices just haven't appreciated, so I don't know that they've really dropped. But I felt like I got that for a good deal. This is silly. Just not many people know about these. '07, so it's Durant's rookie year. This is a dirt card. It's a photographer's proof, so it's got this like photograph reel on the side here. But this is numbered out 50. So even trying to find sales of these is tough. Of even more popular players than Dirk. So there's the first day issue, and which is out of like 2007, and then there's the photographer's proof, and I think the photographer's proof gold. This is pop one, none higher, and the winning bid for this was $13.51 plus shipping. So maybe I'm the idiot. I don't know. These popped up. I've been trying to pick these up raw, and they've all kind of had. I say I've probably bought 6 raw copies, and only one of them I felt like really strongly felt like grading. So he's popped up. It's what was it? Pop 5, none higher. So the gold. This is '08. So it's got the famous picture of LeBron guarding Kobe, and then the LeBron and the Kobe, the gold foils, and then the gold foils of other players. Because this is out of the paper set. It's a fairly rare card. Maybe I'll pull up the pop report. If you like me pulling up the pop reports and you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. It definitely helps support this. So the person had a min bid on this, and I won it for the minimum bid. And let's see how to say this. This went for half of the half price as the last 2 to 3 sales before it. And it's out of 50. So, and I won it for under $100. I'll tell you that much. One of the best 5 players ever. He's in everyone's top 10. He's in a lot of people's top 5. Picking up his refractors, especially when they're number 50. And when they're going for half price as they did 6 months ago, I'll take it. This is one of the fan art cards. I was bidding on 3 because they were, I think it was it Pro Scene? Or DC Sports? One of the big auction houses was auctioning off like 5 different cards. I was bidding on 3 of them fairly strong. And I didn't win either 3 of those, which is good because it means there's some market there. But this is the one I won. I won it for like under $15. So I've been watching Better Call Saul, and that's how I kind of started dipping my toes. And these are gorgeous. The select silvers. This is his rookie year. These are more rare than the prisms, but they go for less. And I think they're better looking cards. There's so 22 is like what is that called? The different levels. It's like club, premier, and then field level or something like that. So this is the lowest level, but it's still super low pop. And then there's 2 other versions, and then you can get like tie dyes and stuff like that. But to me, just the prism looks the best. Be careful if you're looking for these because there is a base version. And these, for whatever reason, this year does not say Prism anywhere. So you just have to go off of the shine and, of course, the labeling. So we got about 5 more cards before we get to the big boy. There's been some videos on people prospecting football players for the upcoming season. I'm going to do something like that too. I prospect in a much different way. Typically, like when guys are at their 6-7 year mark, hence the Derrick Henry and see, this kind of has some of that like micro scratches, so you could use some of that scratch stuff and clean that up. It's on the back, and it's not real bad, so it doesn't bother me. On the front, it's clean, and this was dirt cheap too. It was like $18. It's like you couldn't even buy the card and like grade it for cheaper than that. Jokic, it's fun for me that I finally found like a modern day basketball player that I'm into. I've been searching for who I want to collect, and I think I finally landed on the guy. 2 MVPs, an NBA championship. This is. I was curious how this would look. It's just a paper card, but it's out of 99. Like Eric from the back pages, he always notes stuff like the price of a blaster. So it's like the price of less than 2 blasters. Andor, I like his stuff. There's the base version, which is white, the blue version, which they call the Starfield, the orange, and then I think there's like a black version. So this is the second rarest. The 22 like TO6 cards. I think these are just gorgeous, even the refractors. This card, for whatever reason, it's really hard to 10. It's always kind of off-centered down this way to the southeast, if you want to view it that way. But just the shine on it. I have an atomic refractor of this too. With the Topps Chrome stuff, I'm just really picky about the images. Really picky as far as like what I'm going to collect. This has all the main people in it. So I just think it's a cool card too. So I'll move this stuff and we'll get into the big boy. So this is more than a month's worth of pickup for me. It might be 2 months worth. I just got right into that. So much for a build up. But I was going to do it a little more dramatic, but it's just, I'd already opened it and looked at it. These, I had my bid set for 25% higher than I want it for. My snipe, I guess, is what we'll call it. These, Jerry Rice, like I said, I don't know that anyone's going to be a better receiver than him ever. 49ers, so it has a strong following. And then it's a full die cut, unlike the basketball. And then this is also in baseball. And football is the only one with the full die cut. And these appear to be the rarest of the 3. So if you think back to 97, football would have been the least popular, I believe, of the 3 sports. You look at this, and there's only been, it's a 20 card set, only 133 cards total graded. There's been 34 Jerry Rice graded. No 10s, so it's important to think about when you think about price. And there's only like 4 or 5 9s of this. I'll pull up the pop report. But this is my second one of this. So I bought one raw for the price I was willing to bid on this one for, and I sent it in, and it got an 8. The surface on this one looks nicer than the one I have. So this is the long term. I mean, 34 cards isn't hard to get sucked up by end users and be stashed away. And I have almost 10% of the population now that will be stashed away from me. Anyways, that's all I have. Like and subscribe on the way out, and I hope everyone's doing well. Later.